Nashville, my hometown. We're standing by as our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. We welcome everyone to the Music City, just a stone's throw from the Country Music Hall of Fame. We are at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Tennessee Titans. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the defending Super Bowl champion Broncos on offense now. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in April's draft out of Memphis University. It's Paxton Lynch.
Went through some injury issues in high school and played in a heavy run offense. He was overlooked by a lot of the colleges, but found a home in West Tennessee and made up for lost time in throwing the football. A big, powerful kid. He can really fling it.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still first down.
They give it to Anderson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
On second down, Anderson, with a juke, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll bring up a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 2 overall pick in 2015 in his second season now. It's Marcus Mariota.
A spectacular beginning to his NFL career. Threw 4 touchdown passes in his first game, but had to endure some ups and downs during his rookie season. His talent, though, is unquestioned.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. As we get a glance at the starting lineup offensively, let's discuss the former Heisman Trophy winner, Derrick Henry.
He was definitely disappointed that he dropped to the second round. Only one running back went in the first. That was Ezekiel Elliott. But I think Derrick Henry has a chance to have a special NFL career. He's not just big and strong, has way better feet than he's ever been given credit for.
They run with a rookie. Here's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Mariota. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And here's a look at the defense for Denver.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
They'll run it again with Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down, Mariota. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old spirit fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And runs like that, those are the ones that got Mr. Henry that Heisman Trophy a year ago.
Not only is he big, strong, fast, I love his agility and his vision.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Their big tight end, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I-formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now the Titans defense gets set to go again. They were able to force that 3-and-out. That led to a touchdown. Defenses obviously love 3-and-outs. They want more of that.
They created a very short and not too sweet stint for the offense by getting them off the field that fast, but it set up their own offense, gave them a little spark, and they took it downfield and scored.
Now the question, can they do it again? Let's see. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
Again, Anderson. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Lynch. A dump off to Anderson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Mariota. They set up the screen for Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Here's the 9-year man, Brett Kern, on to punt the football away. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackle was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
In the backfield is Anderson. And he'll get it up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. A fake to Anderson, now it's Lynch. He's going to loft one deep, a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Parrish Cox. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
The Broncos defense getting ready to go. Following the interception here, Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. 3rd and long here for Mariota. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Rashard Matthews, the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 7. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, Lynch. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it's Lynch. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st down, a dump off to Anderson, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
To throw again is Lynch. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Out of the gun, Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And they line up set now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here, Mariota. And he rifles one incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Titans have cruised into halftime with the lead. The Broncos were fantastic last week, but today's game shows you have to bring it every week in the NFL. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Moving to late in the first quarter, Mariota connecting on a pass into coverage, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score. Titans up by a touchdown. Broncos on 2nd and 7. He finds Thomas on the quick pass, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to their own 43-yard line. However, they only come away with a field goal on the drive. Later on the drive, defense is going to come away with the sack. This goes for a loss of 9. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 30. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Suck up for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Lynch looking to throw on second. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They run again on 1st down. Anderson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Here we go.
Handoff comes to Anderson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Lynch. He's got his man here. It's Green. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On 1st down, it's Lynch. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here we go now.
Back to the ground, Anderson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
On 2nd down, here's Lynch. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Surveying the field. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. 10th carry now for Anderson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. C.J. Anderson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Lynch going to try and throw for it. Finding time. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Now the Titans getting set to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper
rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Second down, Mariota. And Matthews has it right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Rashard Matthews, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point try now for Succop. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. On first down. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second down now after the pass completion. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go now.
On second down, Lynch. But he's got it complete to Fowler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
On first down, it's Lynch. Green's got it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Third down now following the completed pass. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. On 3rd and 1, it's Lynch. He's got his man here. It's Green. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Green 39.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
The penalty on 1st down backs him up 5. It's now 1st down at 15.
Here we go now. Over.
Once again, it's Lynch. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he doesn't, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Throwing again here, Lynch. Screen play, Anderson. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing here, Lynch on 1st down. He's got time. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. In the backfield is Anderson. And he'll get it up the middle. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. A fake to Anderson. Now it's Lynch. Looking for someone to throw to. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here we go. Lynch on 4th down. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, it's Lynch. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line, right around the 2. To throw again is Lynch. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of...
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Henry. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Mariota going to give it to his fullback. This is Charleston Fowler. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They'll toss it to Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Mariota. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Boom.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot for Lynch. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So that one hurt. No timeouts left. Look at where the ball is on the field, Charles. I don't know if the fat lady's singing yet, but she's starting to hum a little bit, isn't she?
You think she's doing scales at this point? I don't think there's any doubt about it, but they had to go for it. In this situation, with their timeout situation as well, they had to take the chance, try and get it done. They didn't. Now they're powerless to stop them, essentially.
They need a big play somehow from their defense. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Titans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.
Tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody.